Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this live trading webinar. I hope you guys doing well. And before we start, always to go through the risk warning. This content is for general information only and is not intended to provide trading or investment advice or personal recommendations. And of course, for new traders here, please visit our website and listen to the weekly fundamental analysis on the podcast section, and make sure you download the mobile application so you can either use it for your trading or investment accounts and so on. William, how are you doing, my friend? Good morning, William. Larry, nice to see you here. Good morning, Larry. Maria Julia said, good morning, all. Good morning, Maria. Mogiol, good morning, Mr. Theo and everyone. Good morning, Mogiol. Nick said, hi, everyone. Hello, Nick. Guys, are you trading something this morning? Please let me know. So we will start with the pound against the US dollar. Yesterday, we mentioned that this is an area of an accumulation, and on the weekly chart, it was more obvious because the moving averages, the 40, then it's still below the 10 exponential moving average on the weekly chart, and that indicates bullish momentum and price return back to the weekly averages that aligns with some zone of support in the market, and therefore we do expect to see some more continuation to the upside. However, something that it leaves traders with uncertainty. By the way, all the time traders, we trade also with question marks. If you see this upward trend line at this point here, we do expect some sort of congestion in the price, but also if you observe it a bit more detail, you can see that there is an upward slope by this trend line, and that maybe because the price retraced 100% of the previous move, maybe we will see a head and shoulder pattern, but nothing is valid yet, nothing is confirmed, and especially because we see the RSI in a higher highs formation, same with the price. So what I would like to see, if price is going to reject it at this point here, and it's going to break the neckline, then and only then we will talk about head and shoulders. But for now, it's still good for bullish. There is room, about 70 pips. If you are trading intraday, you can capitalize on that. Nothing wrong with this one, of course. Mr. Carlos said, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Carlos. Mogiol, ask pound JPY, please. Some guy who eats Fibonacci for lunch predicts this pair will fall. Okay, we will check it out. Athena said, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Athena. Nice to see you here. Cribacity said, hi, Theo. Hello, and welcome to the webinar. We will check the pound JPY for the FIB area. Next one, Euro US dollar, similar pattern. You see price made a new high, retrace all the previous move here. We do expect the price to push upwards and move away from the support at which extent we don't know yet, but it has bullish implications. Australian dollar, US dollar, very weak Australian dollar. Now, I told you many times, guys, I would like you to start anticipating the price, not watching the price and react to any sudden move. Like And many of you, they understand and they like these false breaks in the market, those tails. But when you see the price, and please pay attention to what I will say now, when you see the price live and the market moves upwards, and clearly I remember we had the live webinar, and this price action here was something like this, fully white candle and bullish. So, but during the New York session, the sellers, they stepped out from this point and they pushed the price lower. So how can you trade a price action you never anticipate? So you have to anticipate that when there are zones of resistance, we might see false breakout. If we don't see a false breakout and see a bit of consolidation here, maybe it's gonna followed by an upside breakout. But if buyers, they were very strong at this point, they would have pushed the price higher. Then we saw 2 days ago a doji candle, yesterday an inside doji candle, and this morning a break to the upside. Maybe this is going to be a false breakout, or the price is going to just come up to here or right somewhere there. This is a downtrend. And someone asked me yesterday to explain FIB tool. So here is what the FIB tool is useful for. And for those who know what is Fibonacci tool, please pay attention, because I will explain you also the extension, not only the retracement. Okay, the Fibonacci tool, it's one of the tools available in trading. And why it is so important for traders to use it? Because many people are using it, and the price has the tendency to respect the levels. And simply, we can use it when we identified a trend. If we are in a trendless market, we cannot use it. So we use it mainly in trends. After we define the trend, downtrend in this occasion, lower highs and lower lows, that was the lower low, and that was the lower high. We can simply take the tool. We start from, in this occasion, because we have this area that it's higher than this one here, it's higher than this one, so I will take the highest point. We start from the beginning of the move, from the top to the bottom. You drag it there, but I will extend it on the right, okay? So you can see the numbers on the side. I understand it's a bit hard to draw on the MetaTrader, but guys, that's what we have so far. That's what we use. So that's the top, that's the bottom. When we have a downtrend, we want to see the price correction, where the price maybe stop and continue to the predominant direction. Now, there is what we call a golden ratio, that is the 61.8 FIB number. Now, how is best to use it? Not how do they call it outside to use it. How is best to use it? The price will first respect the horizontal support, because it's a static area that it's already been tested in the market. So the FIB tool, it's best to use at the same time with the horizontal support, or resistance. In this case, we talk about resistance. 61.8, so 38.2%, as you read here, aligns and consists with a strong resistance, this one here. So if the price moves here and reject it, there is a high chance to see the price continue downwards. But mainly we focus on the Forex and on the more dynamic and volatile markets, like it's the Forex and the cryptocurrencies. We focus on the 61.8 and the 50%. So And if there is at the 50 and or the 61.8, if there is also a static support or resistance in the market, it's a double confirmation that price might for real stop and reverse on that number. So we're not rushing to sell from the first level or the second level. If there is a strong resistance on the third or fourth level, that's the 50 or 61.8, we better wait for the price to touch these levels, not to come around to touch the levels, to tap into these zones. When we trade stocks, totally different mindset, totally different approach, totally different way. When we trade Forex and cryptos, there are lots of false breaks out. That's why we have to be very accurate. Okay. And the reason I have success in trading and the reason I teach you this way, and you see we have very good trades almost every day, it's because we follow a specific method, because we know how this specific market operates and we trade accordingly. Okay, pay attention to that, please. And the second usage of the FIB tool, it's the extension. It's a bit more complicated. I will mention it, and if you don't understand it, we're going to repeat it again. The extension measures how far this leg can move and stop for a retracement. How can we measure the extension? We grab the tool, and now we go opposite. We start from, we measure the retracement, the previous retracement or the previous correction, to see the extension, how likely the price will extend to some FIB number. So if we measure the correction, which is this one here, from here to there, let's say we start from here and we end there, and usually at 161.8 or at 200, I don't have the 200 here, I have the 261. If you want to add levels, you go right click, properties, and then you go to levels. You press add, you put here 2.0, for example, and next 200, click OK, and it will appear the level you want to add. Guys, I go very fast on this. This is not a webinar to teach you about technical tools, and I respect the other people as well that they know this stuff. Just a recap. If you need more understanding, please play this video. Once we end it, it's going to go automatically on YouTube after some time, so please watch it again. I repeat, we try to measure the extension, so we take the previous correction to do that from the low to the high. If we are in a downtrend at 200% or 161.8, likely the price will stop and start correcting. So at 200% price stop, that's why some traders, they can anticipating some move to the upside. When you trade trends, you need to understand all this stuff, because that's how we trade the trends. Okay. So I am expecting, to be honest, the price, if it stops at this level here or if it moves higher, to look for shorts. New Zealand US dollar, exactly same thing, same pattern. If you prefer on the weekly chart, price broke below this support, and it's a confirmed break because there are more than 2 candles closes below. Now price is retracing a little bit. In this downward trend, the channel worked really well. It respects the levels, and we can use the channel lines and the trend lines, the downward trend lines of the channel, to initiate some short positions. Again, if we use the FIB from high to the low, and there is this level 38.2% consist with the preview with this support, but the 61.8 it's a bit higher and coincides with this inside support, which is a super powerful way of trading. Okay, we're gonna, it needs many days for this market to play out and come all the way here. It's not going to come in a single move today, so just be patient. USD JPY, yesterday we mentioned that we are looking for upward momentum to be continue, something you pretty much will never find anywhere, unfortunately, because people, they don't pay attention to this stuff, and is when the price try to continue the upward momentum. At some point, maybe it's going to retest the previous zone and then it's going to fall backwards. Okay, so as I told you, make sure once the price approaches previous resistance to take some profit out of the table. Next, USD Canadian dollar, still in this uptrend. We expected to see the price to move downwards, as we see here. This long leg doji candle signals maybe the end of this move. A correction is expected, and in my opinion, it's going to be a deep correction, and we're going to use it to capitalize on this counter move, because in currencies, the cycles are nice and deep. So we can use this in our advantage. What I might be looking today to go on the lower time frames, like 1 hour chart, even 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, doesn't matter. I'm going to put the Bollinger Bands on the 5 minutes and 15-minute chart, and I'm going to see those extremes to be violated and to try to sell it. Okay, as I decided that I want to be a seller, and again, if you're going to wait 5 days to confirm that this is falling and this is going to move backwards, trust me, once you're going to confirm and you're going to see these long black candles, it's going to be maybe too late to enter this market. Next one, USD CHF. Remember, we measure, I think it was the 61.8 fib retracement somewhere here. Sorry, we took it from there, and price exactly touched the level. It's selling off. We might see some move towards this line down there. Next one, Euro JPY, bullish engulfing, stopped yesterday at this resistance zone. RSI, it's below 70, it's still above 50, and that's considered bullish. On the weekly chart, though, price is losing momentum as per the indicator, so we do expect to see some retracement here. Pound JPY, price made a higher high. This one, I don't know why people, they see it as bearish. I don't understand. All the technicals, they look bullish. So I'll be considering some upward momentum in this one, unless there is a price action that signals the opposite. Guys, sorry I didn't continue the good mornings. Roland, good morning. You are not late. You were just on time. Elena, thanks for joining us. Good morning, X-Man. How are you doing? Roman said hi, everyone, as well as Cherry. Good morning, both of you. Athena said, I'm trading gold, bought at 18.95. Not sure when to take profit close. We will have a look at the gold. We still have 10 minutes for the London Open. Australian dollar JPY at the support. Remember, we mentioned this. We didn't comment on the Aussie JPY yesterday, but it's been a few weeks. We mentioned this support here, and here it's another. Guys, if you are scalping, all right, let's say someone, let me just first, let's mark this area here. Okay, let's say someone likes to scalping, and trade only on the 5 and 15-minute chart. You don't trade on swing, you don't trade on daily chart, you are not interested. That's fair enough. Even if you identify the strong level of support, like this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in this month, 9 times the price touched this area of support, and you trade, let's say, on the 5-minute chart. Let's check a little bit the 5-minute. Once the price taps and reject, it gives some buying opportunities. Price action, it's always a reversal price action, because sometimes when we do these live webinars, I'm thinking that you might be missing fundamental understandings of trading. All right, why we see all these false breakout? Why? Okay, I'm not expecting someone to start talking and everybody listens, because unfortunately I'm the only one who can speak on this webinar. Okay, here is the thing. Everyone, you, me, everybody else, millions of traders around the world, they can see that here is a support. Price is expected to either push upward or penetrate and move downward. Okay, so these two types of traders, the one group will massively buying the support. The other group will trying to sell the support. The dominance group will leave marks behind. So what does mean for you and me? It means that either a false breakout or a bullish engulfing, a hammer, these candlestick patterns we call reversal candlestick patterns, when they appear, and I just explained the reason they appear, is because of disagreement of direction between the market participants. Once they appear on these strong areas of support and they show that market has a tendency to push upwards, we have to be alert and we have to take advantage of that. If we wait until we confirm that this support, this reversal price action at the support, very obvious one, it's there, then maybe it's going to be too late. All right, so please pay attention to this. Darshan, it's been a while to see you on the webinars. How are you doing? Or maybe you don't comment. So I hope you're doing well. HY, good morning, Chair. It's been a long time. HY, it's been so much time to see you here. Wow, thanks for joining us. So let's check the gold. Athena is holding a position here on the gold. Where is gold? You bought, let me check the chart, 1895. With this MetaTrader, it's like I have to put my eyes in the screen to read it. 1895. Okay, you bought with this bullish engulfing. Wow, that's perfect. And you are not sure where to put your take profit. I hope not your stop loss. I hope you already have the stop loss behind the low of the bullish engulfing. Look, for me, the reason I love this market now is because it's a very steep trend line and it broke to the upside. So even if we consider that this is the beginning and that's the end and we draw the fib, there is 50% retracement found around the 1916. Now, I'm talking as a technical analyst, and if you ask me to give a prediction of where this price might be reaching out, I will say around this level, 1910, just to be a bit more cautious. Where is 1910? 1910, 1911. That where my first profit target will be. Okay. 2 minutes for the London Open and DAX, what DAX is doing. Daily chart yesterday bounced upwards. That was confirmed the upward bounce, but got rejected at that resistance. Today is pushing upwards. For our chart, there is a strong level of resistance there, about 30 points, still fine. So here is a trade. If we break above this buy stop, if we trade below this one, I'll go for a sell stop. And as usual, I'm checking also from the trading view platform, because we see the counter time. We have something like 2 minutes, but I don't want to get in by the spread before 9 a.m. 10 a.m. broker time. I will delete, I'm saying it again, I will delete the buy stop order just because there is still 1.5 minutes for the London Open. The sell stop order is likely to get filled 20 points. It's not gonna market. Usually they don't move 20 points just in a sudden move before the London Open. So I will be waiting for 1 more minute, and then I will place the buy stop order. Okay. X-Man said, I'm good. Depends on the weather. It's hot outside. How are you, Theo? I'm really well here. Thank you so much, my friend. HV, what do you think about the BRICS meeting? Will it affect the gold price? Maybe you are asking Cherry. I don't know. Zarabayat said, good morning, Theo. Good morning, my friend. Mr. Carlos said, Theo, we are small fishes, not sharks. Sorry, let me check the time. Yes, so why should I position a buy stop if I'm not sure where the market is going? No. I don't understand for which point you are referring. For the DAX open, for the DAX trading we do in the morning. If you clarify, Carlos, I will be able to help you. Rumen said, I don't ask for trading view anymore, guys. Likely very soon we will be on trading view. Just be a little bit patient. We are on the final stages, as I've been informed yesterday. So okay, here is the thing. I go for a buy stop order above the high here, as you can see on the screen. HV said, no, sorry, Theo, the question was for you. Okay. Now, I definitely expected that the gold will appreciate it after that BRICS meeting, HV, to be honest. Gold, it's been for so many years, it's sitting and it didn't expand somehow. So I will be very, anyhow, I'm very bullish on that hard commodity. Henry, Theo, why waiting for 1 minute? Because the spread, it's okay. I will deviate some time later and I will explain you. Okay, I will do it now. So guys, in trading, there is this spread. It's the bid and the ask lines. And the spread widens and narrows around the month, around London and New York Open mainly. Okay, so if I was buying just before the London Open, I have the buy stop order here. I will get triggered just because of the spread when the market took this this high. That's why I deleted the order, because I don't want to get filled in any scalping activity before the London Open. Now, after the London Opens and I could place a buy stop above this high here, I did it. So now if my order gets filled, it's going to be, in my opinion and in my expertise and in the way I read the markets, without being financial advisor here and without tell you what to do. It's based on my 12 years experience as an active trader and observe how the price behaves at different times throughout the day. If it breaks after the London Open, it has high chances to continue and give those specific 10 to 15 points. Mr. Carlos said that I said that we should not be too late to position a buy or sell. Yes, because around the London Open, it's very dynamic, the price move. And like in this occasion here, if we don't do it, if we don't act fast, now I got triggered in the buy position. So I will delete this order here. And if we don't act fast, maybe the price is going to just spike. Remember, we are scalping here. We don't do intraday to get in and hold trades for 15, 30 minutes or something. It's just a fast in and out. And we want to take, and that's the strategy. We take advantage of this amount of volatility that it's going to come in the market with the London Open. Okay, let's see if we're going to have a good trade today as well. I'll take. Let's see if the price is going to continue moving upwards. HV, are you still trading NASDAQ? Did you turn it to German 40, to DAX something, or you are still trading only the NASDAQ? NASDAQ didn't move anywhere this morning, but I see on the 5-minute chart it can put a bearish engulfing. So let's see what's going to happen. Guys, any other currency pair or instrument you would like to see analysis today? Silver, Alexander asked for silver, of course. Daily chart, silver, tapped in this area of resistance here. We'll see what's going to happen, but it was a nice accumulation. And on the weekly chart, it was a double bottom here last week. Yeah, we didn't check it out this week. Bunch of lines here. Let's just get rid of some of them. Unnecessary for the time being. This one has to go above the previous high here on the weekly chart. So there is fairly room for this market to move. It looks like a very strong level. It's silver. It's very technical if you like to trade it, but please try to avoid any time frame below the hourly chart because the spread is too wide. I will encourage you to stay on the daily chart mainly, not even on the 4-hour chart because of the spread, but on daily chart you can become very good on price action on silver, honestly, because it's less false breakout. The price action, it's a bit more stable in my opinion. So why not? What is the best, Mladen asked, what is the best pair for intraday in your opinion? Theo, thank you. Mladen, for intraday, I trade honestly DAX 40 and I trade the NASDAQ. I prefer the indices after all these years of experience in trading, and I mainly intraday the indices because of the they do have a lot false guys that take profit order got triggered as you saw on the screen, so I'm out of the trade. And usually you notice when I get out of the trade, the market just keeps pushing upwards and gives lucrative moves, but I always am out of the trade because I apply discipline and I am consistent day in, day out. I don't violate any rules for no reasons. Can you do US 32? Thanks. Of course, I can do US 32. Darshan, you said NASDAQ and not the S&P. Any reason for the preference? Definitely, because NASDAQ, it's I have better, I develop better idea in the more in the technology sector, and that's why I kindly prefer the NASDAQ. And because are less, there are, it's for me, for my 5-minute execution, it suits more the technical side, and I have more trust in this kind of price action. So that's put it that way. Okay, so let's not involve any kind of sector or all this stuff. Laden, I'm in today. I know you are not trading intraday. I monitor the German 40 or the DAX every single day, all the time. So that's pretty much what I do. If I have time, because I have a few screens on my desk, I'm just I have the DAX all the time open. So if I see an opportunity, I will take it, because I know what I'm looking for. I look only for one thing, only one time frame, only one parameter, only one price action. So it's stress-free and it's much easier for me to move around. Okay. Plus, it's the experience. I built it up. That didn't come just like this. So let's check the Dow Jones 30 daily chart. Found some support. Excuse me. Found some support here, and maybe it's gonna push a little bit upward. So expectancy is to see some sort of retracement up to this point. And if we're going to confirm a price action reversal here, we can draw a nice downward trend line, and then we have a tentative trend line and a high chances likely established trend. Okay, so last one for daily Florinas. NASDAQ will resume short direction. NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ. Yes. There is a downward trend line, can be drawn here. That's very far away. Then this one here, why we draw this? Many of you should have known by this time, because I told you. So here is, we identify the low, that's a high, that's a low comparing to the previous one. So we can say that's A, that's B, and then a retracement, choppy retracement, managed to come up to here. And then from this move, price made a new low, lower than this low. So A, B, C, D, 4 points, trend line with 2 touches to the upside can be drawn, downward trend line. Now, if the price stopped and reversed here, it means this trend line is intact. But if the price push upward, by the way, it's very steep trend line, okay? So it's not the ideal tool to use at this point. Maybe a 20 exponential moving average will work better in this market. Okay. Guys, another webinar will take place in just 3 minutes from now. So I'll have to say a very big thank you. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. Like all the webinars, I will encourage you to like the video if you find it valuable. It gives you a good understanding. And please, for those who participate through the Zoom, I would like to see some feedback because it's been a while we do these sessions. I want to read comments and feedbacks from you. How did you develop as trader? Do you see any value out of this? Just take 1 minute and write, what did you improve in your trading? Come on, I want to see accountability here. Okay, it's been so long we are building this webinar. I want on the feedbacks, not on this chat. This chat is going comment on the chat, that's fine. So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye, everyone.